Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. In today's card making video, I'm featuring some new stamps and stencil from our latest January release. This is the Recharge stamp and coordinating die set. This has a flashlight, a battery, some punny sentiments, and little extras to bring your images to life. It is really cute and fun and a unique stamp set. I have never had anything like this, so I was super excited to play with it, and I love that the coordinating dies come snipped apart and the word dies are going to cut your sentiment into individual words. I love it. It's going to allow me to rearrange the words on my card so that best fits my layout. Okay, this is the Beaming with Love stencil. It's 6x6 and it's made to look like the beam of light coming out of the flashlight. So I'm going to use this a couple different ways today. We're going to make two cards. We're going to make one that is a shaker. That's the one I'm making now. And then we'll do a second card in a different kind of layout and kind of make our flashlight super cute. And I just feel like having a new set like this that's not anything like I've had before really helps to re-energize my crafting, and I thought it might for you too. So we're going to go ahead and color these images up. I've stamped them with some alcohol-friendly ink, which is my favorite, the Totally Black by Dare to Be Artsy, and then I'm coloring these with Olo markers on the Olo paper because it is so good. I really like it. So I am using my CG markers that range from 9 to 3 even, and going to give this flashlight a black kind of look. Now, if you don't get the blending that you love the first time, I really find it helps to go back over it a second time. It gives me the look that I'm going for if I do the same exact thing. And then I find that I don't have to work the ink into the paper, so to speak, so much if I do two layers. So I'm kind of a big fan of this right now. It's what's working for me, and I thought I would share that in case maybe it'd be something you wanted to give a try. So this flashlight is going to be black, and I'm going to give it some red accents. I felt like this is a pretty like traditional flashlight color combination. So if that's a thing, you know, you can get them in all colors, but like a basic black flashlight you might get for camping or something. So I thought I would do that, and then we just kind of jazz up the card. So I added a little bit of cool gray and really light tones, a 1 and a 0 to the like lens part, and then all these accents I'm going to do red. So you can see my color combination that I have there up on the screen for my red, just keeping it really simple, but definitely having that dark area for my shadow. That's why we use alcohol markers, right? So you can get those shadows and those highlights. So much fun, but you can really keep it simple and still have fun with it. Okay, the next step I like to do is add gel pen highlights with a Jelly Roll pen. This is a number 8, and I think it works good for these kind of tight areas that I have for my flashlight. So that's what I did, and I love it. I also colored up the batteries, same markers, just in a different configuration. And then I am going to stamp on them because in this stamp set, there is a plus symbol, which is the positive for your battery, and a negative for the other end of the battery. There's also two different faces in here. They're the same, but one's a little bit bigger and one's a little bit smaller. I'm going to use the smaller of the faces on both my batteries, and I just think they're really cute with a face. Like, I love food with faces. I like inanimate objects with faces for my stamped images for my cards. It's just cute. So that's what I did. There they are, die cut out with their coordinating dies, and they're ready to go on my card. But we're going to bring out another new product. This is the Clingy Craft Mate. It's a photopolymer craft mat. It's grippy, it's clingy, and it is fabulous. It has a little bit of a texture, which you can see, and that texture is the secret ingredient, I guess. It really helps to lift your paper off without like warping your paper, like curling it or ripping it. I love that. Also, we can use that texture to our advantage and maybe do like a little ink right on the plate itself and then pick up a print with a piece of paper. I hope to share this with you very soon because I think it's a great way to use it. Also, the back side of this mat is completely smooth. So you can use that for reverse stamping where you would stamp your image on that mat directly and then pick it up with a piece of paper and you get the reverse image. It's very cool. I have tried it. It works great. So these are some things I hope to share with you soon about this new mat from Trinity Stamps. Okay, So now I used a ruler to kind of trace where I wanted my light beam to go. And then I traced the edge of the flashlight and I'm just cutting all of that away. And this is gonna create an opening for that super cool stencil, or like the beam of my flashlight. Also, I'm gonna go around the edge of this with my black blending buddy brush. Now, I didn't use any ink, but I'm just trying to use up the residual ink that's already in the brush to give the edge of this a little bit of shadowing. And now I want to create even more of a fun look, a background. So I'm going to bring out the smaller of the two solid hearts in the stamp set and some gray ink. This is kind of a darker gray industrial diamond from Altenew, and I'm going to stamp this freehand and create a little pattern. It's not perfect. It's not like it was an individual stamp and I stamped the whole thing, so it doesn't have to be perfect, right? That's okay. And then we're going to use that as a fun little background. Next, I want to create that beam using that Beaming with Love stencil. So I am just using the ink on my pink Blending Buddy brush as well. This I wanted to be subtle. I didn't want it to be bold and bright because this is going to be a background for a shaker. So I'm creating a shaker window with this card. So that's why I want this to be subtle, because there's going to be shakety bits on top of it. So that's kind of what it's going to look like right there. I think it looks really cool. And then I did decide I wanted a little ink on the inside of where that beam is going to be. So I'm using my shading sidekick brush and a little black soot ink and inking that up as well. And you can see inking up the edge of your die cuts with this clinging craftmate is going to be really good to do. I have played with that also, and when you have a bunch of small die cuts, it's great to lay them on here and just ink up the edges. So helpful. Okay, I have a piece of like packaging here, clear packaging. It probably had stamps or ephemera in it, but I saved those and use them for things like this. Now, Trinity Stamps does have shaker pouches, but they tend to be a little bit more bubbly, right? A little, they have a little bit more room in them, and I didn't want this one to be bubbly or cushy. I needed it to be completely flat. So that's why I'm using the packaging, and each thing has its own place in card making, in shaker card making. So you just kind of need to know what is the right thing for the card you're making. So you can see I put rip and stick tape. It's about 1/4 of an inch wide on the back of this, and folded 3 sides over, left the top open, and I'm going to fill it up with these brand new shaker bits. Well, embellishments. They don't have to be in a shaker. These are in the line of the sparkle spots that Trinity has, but they're hearts. Yeah, and they're in 2 different sizes. Well, there's 2 different sizes, but there's also 2 different style of hearts. So very cute. I love them. I love the sparkle spots because they're flat. They work great in a shaker. They just slide around. They also work great as an embellishment because they're nice and flat and not going to add any bulk to your cards. So now I'm just trimming up this excess packaging on the back of the card so it will not hang out the sides where I don't want it to show. And then on my card front panel, I've added some more rip and stick tape. I can remove the backing, add a little liquid glue because it allows me to scoot this around, and then line up the edges of the gray panel with that shaker panel. So now I have this very flat panel that covers the corner of my card and can be a great shaker. So I love it, but now we're going to add a few elements to go on top, and one of those is my sentiment. So I really wanted to show you this because I love how it cuts the words apart individually and I can rearrange them. It doesn't have to just be a straight sentiment. Okay, I'm embossing this with red powder. I've used some red ink and red powder, and yeah, spilled some. Does that happen to you? I try, but I got out a little paper towel, scooted my glass mat to the edge of my desk, and just swept it into that coffee filter, poured it back in. Everything was fine, in case you were worried. All right, so now you see how my die is a little off to the side? My letters are like not quite cut out perfectly. They're a little wonky. Do you know what we call that? There's a term for that. It's called handmade. Yeah, handmade. I'm going with it. All right, so I glue those down, and you can see I'm able to like stagger them in like a little stair step fashion because the die cut them apart, and I love it. I just love it. So you can really make these fit your card. I didn't have to figure out like, how am I going to put the sentiment on here so that it goes on the card without covering something up. You know, you just make it however you want it to go. So love it. Okay, now we have the little charging lightning bolt, whichever you want it to be. I cut that out with the die. I had stamped it on pink cardstock just to bring in a little bit more of that pink to my card, and stuck it right on the flashlight for a little extra something. And then this is going on to my A2 sized card base. So 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it's a side opening card. Then I added some diamond stickles, so it's going to make my little lightning bolt there glittery, and I just needed a little bit more glitter because I've got them going on those shaker bits. And then I brought in my sparkle pen from Spectrum, and now the lens is like sparkly. It's really hard to see in pictures, but it's there and it looks so good. Okay, so that was card number 1. That's my shaker. We're going to move on to card number 2. I wanted to play around with similar colors, but just a different look. So I'm coloring this flashlight red, and I'm showing you here the markers that I used. And my lightest color is not like blending really great because there's kind of a big jump between the colors. So I'm doing this tip to tip technique, taking my R 5.3, which is the lighter color, and touching it to the tip of my R 1.5. And then I can really blend those out perfectly. It just kind of stretches your markers and gives you more use out of them. Love it. Now, this flashlight is getting a face, and this is the larger of the 2 faces in the stamp set, and then I'm cutting it out. So you can see this one's going to be like standing up on its end, and I think that's a really like another fun way to use this flashlight for a card. So now I'm going to have the Beaming with Love stencil be like it's coming, you know, going straight up into the sky. So that's how I'm having this layout look, and I like to lay the flashlight out to see where I need the stencil to go. Now I am using my my clingy Craftmate, but I wanted to make sure I didn't get ink on that other part of the card, so that's why I used the post-it notes there. I kind of had forgot about that and just put the tape down, but then I was like, yeah, I can get a little wild with the blending and forget that there's an edge of the stencil there. So I put those down to protect my paper. I also wanted a more bold look for this particular card, and I wanted an ombre for my heart. So I'm adding a little red there at the bottom. It might be candied apple. I don't really remember what red I grabbed, but it might have been candied apple because I had that out on my desk for another project. My craft roulette card that I did last week. I don't know if you guys caught it on YouTube, but I was on craft roulette as the special guest, and we had to do an apple orchard color theme. So yeah. All right, now I took the arms from the indispensable stamp set. It's kind of a like get well set. It has a medicine bottle, a stethoscope, a band-aid, and you can like bring the band-aid to life with arms and legs or the bottles. So I thought they would be really cute on the flashlight too. So I die cut those out. I cut them or colored them red to match my flashlight, and then glued them to the back and then popped the whole thing up on my card. I also liked that inked look on my first card, so I thought I would do it on this one too. I used very minimal ink just to keep it soft and subtle, but I really liked the look of that, so I did it again. I like when you're creating multiple cards, you can kind of take elements that you have already used and repeat that in a different way or a different color on another project, the next card. So here I am coloring the batteries. This time the batteries are going to be silver. So I'm using some lighter grays, especially here in the center. I use the 0, and I am going over it twice. In the second pass around, I did one shade darker on my darkest color, and that really helps the center look like it's shiny, and I love that look. So there is my batteries, and I am gonna put the faces on these ones too. I think it's just super cute, and the whole little set of smiling inanimate objects. I don't know why, it makes me happy. So that's the smaller of the faces there. And then I will give these a little pink cheek. I'm using R2.2 for that. I also gave my battery a little pink on the cheeks. And I do use the white gel pen again to add my accent, my highlights on these eventually. So you'll see that in the end. And yeah, die cut those out and pop them up on either side of my battery or my flashlight. Pretty cute little scene and really easy to do. All right, so now we'll do our sentiment embossed with red again, but this time on white paper. And this one says, "You light up my life." And again, red embossing powder. If you hate it when your stamps get stained red, a red embossing powder saves the day. Yeah, I don't like that. It really bothers me. I mean, I know that I want my stamps to be used or whatever, but you have this one stamp in your set that's like stained red. It bothers me. I mean, I do have it. I do stamp things in red, but I have to really want it, if you know what I mean. I have to really want that red image. Okay, there's a little shine mark in the stamp set, and I just loved it, so I decided to stamp it. And then we have new embellishments in this release at Trinity, so I was like, ooh, the silver stars, I'm going to put them on here, and I couldn't stop. So tell me what you think. Should I have left the silver stars off? Is it too much? Is it too busy? Because I kind of think maybe it is, but they're so pretty. I love them. So I added them on there. They're glittery and shiny and just, I think, add to this card a little bit. All right, I'm adding this again to an A2 size card and finishing it up. And here you can see both of them side by side. Like, look how different the flashlights look just by adding a little face to one. So I think it's a really fun image. It's great for masculine cards as well, but really you could give these to anybody, and they don't have to be Valentine cards. You can use them for lots of occasions. So I love that about a Valentine set when it's not just one thing. So thank you so much for stopping by the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe because we have an amazing creative team to share videos with you regularly throughout the week, and you're not going to want to miss those videos. So subscribe, and when you see a video that you like, let the designer know by giving it a thumbs up and leaving us a comment. You can find more of Trinity Stamps on Instagram and Facebook too, and we have links to those in the description box below, as well as all the products I used. You can check them out there, and I will see you all again very soon on the next video. Happy stamping. Bye.